Hi, fourth graders. Hard to believe we're already through our week of poetry study. I wanted to read one more poem for you today. And this one is written by a woman author, and her name is Louisa May Alcott. You might have heard of her. She's a pretty famous author, but she also wrote poetry. She was born in Pennsylvania, and she's best known for her novels, the most famous of which is Little Women. But she was also the editor of a children's magazine, wrote a book called Hospital Sketches about her experiences as a nurse during the Civil War, and poems like this one about a much-loved baby ghost. So this poem today could be very personal to anyone who has ever had a baby or lost a baby, or who just likes a cute little story that I think is written really well and is pretty touching. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one by Louisa May Alcott, Our Little Ghost. Oft in the silence of the night, when the lonely moon rides high, when wintry winds are whistling, and we hear the owl's shrill cry, in the quiet, dusky chamber by the flickering firelight, rising up between two sleepers, comes a spirit all in white. A winsome little ghost it is, rosy-cheeked and bright of eye, with yellow curls all breaking loose from the small cap pushed awry. Up it climbs among the pillows, for the big dark brings no dread, and a baby's boundless fancy makes a kingdom of a bed. A fearless little ghost it is, safe the night seems as the day. The moon is but a gentle face, and the sighing winds are gay. The solitude is full of friends, and the hour brings no regrets, for in this happy little soul shines a sun that never sets. A merry little ghost it is, dancing gaily by itself, on the flowery counterpane, like a tricksy household elf, nodding to the fitful shadows as they flicker on the wall, talking to familiar pictures, mimicking the owl's shrill call. A thoughtful little ghost it is, and when lonely gambols tire, with chubby hands on chubby knees, it sits winking at the fire. Fancies innocent and lovely shine before those baby eyes, endless fields of dandelions, brooks and birds and butterflies. A loving little ghost it is, when crept into its nest, its hand on father's shoulder laid, its head on mother's breast. It watches each familiar face with a tranquil, trusting eye, and like a sleepy little bird sings its own soft lullaby. Then those who feigned to sleep before, lest baby play till dawn, wake and watch their folded flower, little rose without a thorn. And in the silence of the night, the hearts that love it most pray tenderly above its sleep, God bless our little ghost. It's a touching one. This was written over 100 years ago, and there is some language in it that requires a little bit further study. It starts with the word oft, which is a short way of saying often. There are some other words that might not quite make sense. It uses the phrase sighing winds are gay, and it talks about the ghost dancing gaily. This just simply means joyful. It uses a word that has a homophone in the fifth stanza when it says, when lonely gambols tire. And we're not talking about gamble like slot machines. We're talking about gambols as in playtime, just having fun play. There's some other words in there that you might not know, but they can all be looked up, and you can also use context clues. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that poem, and can complete one more sheet for me, just a few questions about it for me. Remember, leave your comments below about what you thought of it, and if you have any questions for me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for reading the story too.